It's time to start the show.
I have built a radio telescope, which is in my back. A radio receiver and some
Hey, what's up, guys? That's right, we are back with another episode of It's 420 Somewhere podcast. That's right, and we are live on this, let me back this up a little bit. We are live on this True Crime Thursday. That's right, guys. We are going to be looking into today a pretty amazing story, guys. This is about a serial killer in the local area. Kingman, Bullhead, Mojave Valley. This is a suspected serial killer, and all the let me pop this up so we don't get in that, and all the story behind it. This is a story you guys probably have never heard. I had never heard of it till we started looking it up, and man, it's super interesting. And to think that it happened right in our backyard, that's pretty cool. How's everyone, well, with that being said, how's everyone doing on this True Crime Thursday? What's everyone getting into? Big shout out to everyone out there. Teresa Deller, Ed S., how you doing? Oh, Ed S. got to go back to work pretty soon. Watch out, buddy. We got everyone on there. How's everyone doing? Hey, you know what? I want to give a big shout out to Ballers Club member George. Today is George Appreciation Day. So make sure you blow up those comments and give George a big thumbs up. And Teresa Deller will make sure he sees the comments, guys. He's a good guy. Needs a little uplifting, and that's what we are. We're a community that uplifts other people, so that's what we need to do, guys. George is a good guy, supporter of the show, so make sure you give him a good shout out in those comments. What else is everyone getting into today? We got a good top 5, which I actually probably need to start here in a minute because it's a little longer. Slingshot videos, guys. These are theme parks. At the end, I mixed a little zoo action into it, but we're going to jump into this top 5 at 420 right now, guys. It's a good one. You know how I love my slingshot videos. All right, here we go, guys. All right, and number 5, guys. Here we go. An unexpected. Look at her hand. Oh, I love it. I love it so much, guys. Oh, Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Oh, oh man. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. I love these reactions on this. Oh man. All right, number 4, guys. Here we go. Holding hands for dear life. And just like that, it goes. Oh, look at her face. Look at her face on the left. Oh, and the hair. We got Cousin It riding around. Oh, man. All right, number 3, guys. Here we go. Oh, a solo rider. What has she got? A trash with her? What is that? Oh, that's funny. Is she passed out or is she just praying for dear life? Oh, man. All right, number 2, guys. Oh, mom and son. Look, thought the mom was going to comfort him, but she's like, nope, I want this. I want your hand brace. Oh, man. Look at the kids like, oh, this is cool, whatever. Mom. That's a good mom right there, guys. That's a... Oh, man, that's...
You did a good job. No, we're going to come back down. That's all. That's all.
Oh, these never get old, man. These never get old. Oh, that's hilarious. He's like, I'm done now. Oh, man. It's the rocking at the end. That's going to get you.
Just a swing. You did it. You did it.
Oh, man.
It's
It's almost over, son. It's almost over.
I am so proud of you.
Oh,
I really
man.
thought you
That's good. All right, number 1, guys. Oh, this is I love this. This guy is a multiple offender. Look at this. He just loves taunting these kids, and then watch what he does. Look, he loves this guy. The personality on this beluga whale is hilarious. So that was your top 5 at 420, guys. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, man. Those slingshot videos never get old. I don't care who you are. Those are so, so good. Oh, man. Who's actually been on a slingshot? Me and my cousin, long time ago, my cousin Shane, the notorious Shane Brown. That's right. We went to Vegas on I think it was Monday Nitro back in the day at MGM Grand Garden. And they had one in the theme park. MGM used to have like a Disneyland style theme park. It was more like kind of Universal. That was way back in the day, with characters and everything. And then they kind of switched it to carnival rides, and we kind of got into that. But I remember doing that, and I was probably like 21, 22, so it didn't really affect me that much. Just living life. Whatever happens, happens. But there's one at Knott's Berry Farm called Extreme Scream that me and the kids have gone on a couple times. And I'm at the age now, I got nothing to prove. I've been on it. You won't see me on that sucker. That thing goes so far up in the sky and then just drops you. There's nothing I gain from that. I'm telling you that right now. The thrills of those kind of rides are gone for me. I love me some roller coasters and that kind of stuff, don't get me wrong. But man, those drops like that, nope, not for me. What are your guys' favorite extreme thrill rides? Throw it up in the comments below. Hey, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button and blow up those comments for me, guys. Like right now, what are you guys getting into? It's almost 420. Let me know what you guys are smoking on, what you're eating on, what you're drinking on, what we got going on, because it's 420 somewhere, guys. That's right. And right about now, all I really need, all I need to say is, it's 420, what? Somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Hey. What's up, guys? That's right. How was everybody's 420? I thought I would entice you with my singing, because I'm so good at it. Been listening to all these crazy songs on this playlist lately. One of my favorites has got to be I Was Smoking with the Ghost. Who knows that song? That's probably from the 70s, but it's on this playlist down here, guys. All right, how was everyone's 420? What did you get into? How you feeling? Blow up those comments, guys. All right, hey, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We're about 300 away from 10,000, guys. We're going to do a huge, the month of September. We're going to blow it out for the 10,000, and then we're going to roll that right into October for the 30 days of spooky giveaways for this. Yes, 30 days of spooky giveaways for Halloween, guys. I'm going to make it rhyme a little better, but so that's what we're doing. So make sure you're paying attention for that, because it's going to get big. And make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. When we hit 10,000, if I can find out, which I'm sure I can, a big prize pack for number 10,000. That's right. And then I'm going to give prize packs away randomly to everybody, or to, randomly to everyone's entered for those. So don't worry, you'll get your chance to win these big prize packs. And it's not just for the 10,000th subscribers, for everybody, guys. All right, so we're going to get into this True Crime Thursday. Now, this is a suspected or alleged serial killer of Mojave County and Pima County. It gets really in-depth, guys. There's a lot to this. It's really cool, and I think it's going to make a terrific True Crime Thursday. So we're going to get into this right now. I got my handy-dandy headphones so I can watch along with you guys, and we're going to get into this right now on True Crime Thursday, guys.
Kingman, Arizona was once a small, quiet town. It is known for the iconic Route 66, and serves as a crossroads between Phoenix and Las Vegas. The city always had a fair share of crime, but as the population grew, with a declining economy and limited job market, the local resources, especially law enforcement, became overstrained. The crime rate skyrocketed, and substance abuse took over.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a story of unsolved cases, and a suspected serial killer. Matt Porter had a lot to look forward to. He had struggled with addiction, but seemed to always make friends no matter where he was. In early May 2016, he had some people over. One of them went by a street name, T-Bone. T-Bone was really Timothy Haffen.
T-Bone.
He had a reputation in Kingman. He was 18 years old when he was charged with a homicide, along with another teen. In 1994, the body of a 34-year-old man was found under a nearby bridge on Route 66. He had died from blunt force trauma injuries to his head. The trial revealed a horrendous crime in which Timothy and the other teen tricked the man into buying them alcohol. In return, they claimed they would give him methamphetamine, but instead they attacked him. His skull was beaten repeatedly with a 15-pound pipe until it was crushed. Timothy was no stranger to law enforcement. At 18, he had already been arrested 21 times, ranging from truancy to burglary and assault. He served a prison term from 1994 to 2006 for the murder. After his release, he immediately got back into trouble. By early 2007, just months after his release on murder, he had already been arrested multiple times. The charges included possession of weapon by a prohibited person, disorderly conduct with a weapon, forgery, aggravated assault, armed robbery, and impersonating a police officer. He was found guilty but insane, and sentenced to a state mental health facility.
Dang. So here we go. We got this guy, career criminal. It seems like 18 years old, probably even before that, just getting in all sorts of craziness, and did 12 year stint at that age. Man, woo. I don't know if there's any coming back from that. But so he's out. He's already beating a guy to death. I mean, like also, and these schemes, like, hey, we're going to give you some meth if you go get us alcohol, and instead we're going to beat you, man. That's meth world, Mojave County 101, man. That's hard stuff. All right, so we're going to get into the second part of this, guys. Let me know what you think. Hey, anyone actually know this guy? I mean, it's all local. Blow up those comments, guys. All right, here we go.
He spent nearly 8 years in the state hospital and was denied release numerous times. After he finally made it out of the mental facility in 2015, he quickly found himself back in trouble. Those latest charges included possession of drugs, theft, false report to law enforcement, and failure to appear for court. Despite the long rap sheet and repeated offenses, he was still allowed back onto the streets of Kingman. Timothy was outside of Matt's home, speaking to a younger guy named Tyler Stice. Tyler had worked with Matt, and sometimes gave him rides after work. A neighbor noticed that Tyler's car was there for over an hour. Another friend at Matt Porter's house that night in May 2016 was Stephen Madrid. He had also struggled with addiction, but had high hopes for turning his life around. Records show that on May 8, 2016, Timothy was arrested outside Matt's home. He was charged with possession of dangerous drugs and drug paraphernalia. The drug charge was dropped, and he was released on May 13th. Just days later, Matt was murdered in his home. He was found around 10 a.m. on May 19th, and it was initially believed to be an overdose. An autopsy revealed blunt force trauma injuries to his head, which was the cause of death. On May 24th, another man was arrested and charged in Matt's murder. Charges were dropped after the medical examiner ruled that Matt's blunt force trauma injuries could not be the result of being punched by that man as prosecutors had alleged. Exactly 2 weeks after Matt's murder, on June 2nd, a man named Joseph Ligori went missing. He was a friend of Stephen's that was also known to the others. He is last seen at a convenience store on Stockton Hill Road in Kingman. 2 weeks after that, Tyler was exhibiting signs of paranoia. He purchased a gun and stopped showing up to work. He is last seen on June 21st. His car was located days later at the nearby Wallapai Mountain Park. Tyler and the gun have never been located. On June 30th, Timothy is arrested by Kingman police on first-degree criminal trespass charges.
Oh, dang. So, what, three different people end up going missing or dead, and then this guy goes missing too, and they're all connected somehow? I mean, it seems like you said, the normal drug ring, you know what I mean? Like maybe someone burned somebody and hurt feelings, and they wanted their money or their dope, and things happened, things went south. Happens all the time, but for multiple, that's weird, man. I'm very interested to see how this turns out now. So, all right, part 3, guys, here we go.
He remained in jail until the end of October. On November 6th, a tip led to the discovery of Joey's remains in the desert. He had died on, or shortly after the day he vanished in Kingman. The manner of death could not be determined. Police said they considered it suspicious and asked anyone with information to come forward. On December 14th, a friend of Timothy's was walking with another young man named Matthew Johnson in Kingman. Matthew was killed by multiple gunshots. Timothy's friend fled, and that case remains unsolved. It was believed he had been the target of some kind of setup. Soon afterwards, Timothy was arrested multiple more times for offenses including dangerous drugs and criminal trespass. Then, Stephen Madrid was murdered in a manner identical to Matt Porter.
Whoa.
Stephen was at his girlfriend's apartment. Timothy knocked on the door and Stephen went with him to the store. A while later, after not hearing from Stephen, his girlfriend went outside looking around. She found him unresponsive and bleeding from the ears. He was taken to the hospital, but died from blunt force trauma injuries to his head. Stephen's murder has never been solved either. There are more cases in the area suspected with ties to Timothy. He was sentenced to prison in 2021 after being arrested for an armed robbery and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon where he had entered a private residence. His set release date is 2027. Timothy has never been publicly named by authorities as a suspect or person of interest in the murders of Matt Porter, Joey Ligori, Matthew Johnson, Stephen Madrid, or the disappearance of Tyler Stice. Is it just coincidence, or is the pattern of unsolved cases a sign of something much darker? The web of connections lead to a man that has already proven he is capable of heinous acts, including murder. An uptick in murders is notable after his release from the mental institution, and corresponds with a timeline of his arrests. Even in prison, Timothy has 35 disciplinary infractions listed on his record. Without further evidence, or witnesses coming forward, these cases may never be solved. The information discussed in this segment was sourced from police reports, Arizona Department of Correction records, news articles, and confidential informants.
confidential.
Any individuals discussed are presumed innocent, unless proven guilty in a court of law. The views expressed in this program are those of the author, and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any other entities involved, including the content hosts. If you have any information on the murder of Matt Porter, Joey Ligori, Matthew Johnson, Stephen Madrid, or the disappearance of Tyler Stice, please contact law enforcement. Thanks for tuning in.
Wow, guys. So, I actually have heard of the case with the missing Tyler Stice, I believe the name was. I've actually heard of that, and I know, I don't know him, but there's a connection, so we're not, and it's an active case, so we're not going to talk about that one. There's a lot of misinformation out there about that disappearance of Tyler Stice, and I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to add to any more misinformation. It's still an active case. They're still looking for him. So we won't get into that part. But what do you guys think? Do you think this guy is capable of being a serial killer? Do you think that he went and is responsible for this? It's funny how they're all blunt force trauma. I mean, man, this guy seems like kind of a psychopath. I don't know. What do you guys think? Blow up those comments. Let me know if you guys think he's the murderer, or what do you think? Maybe a drug deal gone bad. I mean, they all had a rap sheet of possession charges, the length of my arm, as they say. And not a lot of violence other than the one guy. So it makes you wonder, if he got a little too spun out, start thinking everyone's out to get him, and then he goes and gets them first. Who knows in that world, man? It's such a crazy scene, man, that tweaker scene. There's no rhyme or reason about it. That doesn't make any sense. It's just crazy. So, can you believe that's happened in our backyard and these are still open cases? What do you guys think? You think because these guys were criminals that the cops aren't really investigating it like they should? You think there's a little biased on that? Just because someone lives their lifestyle a little different than what you don't approve of, like if you're a cop or whatever, doesn't mean that person doesn't have the rights, especially after death, to have somebody look into that and have their murder solved, man. I mean, that's a human right. That's just a basic right that we should have, and it's a shame that these are cold cases still sitting there. It's Kingman PD, man. I've been vocal that I don't think they're a very good police department. I'm probably going to get pulled over today on my way home, but whatever. No, I just, I'm sure there's some good ones on there, like anywhere, but man, I haven't heard that great of things from the Kingman PD with the Al Blanco situation and the missing realtor and all they did. So, hopefully they're improving themselves and getting ready for the future, guys. It's a tough time to be a cop, and I'm sympathetic to a degree. All right, guys. So what do you guys think? You think that that man's capable? You think this was a pretty good story? Blow up those comments. Let me know what you guys think. It's right in our backyard, pretty crazy. All right, what else is going on this True Crime Thursday? Gabby Petito trial is on. It's actually moving forward. I'm really surprised. They must have got a really good attorney because that case just keeps putting different stories out there, man. That guy was really low. Just left her out in the desert, out in the wilderness like that. Whatever, on that case. And if the parents did know, then there should be some accountability for it. I couldn't imagine if my daughter had a boyfriend that she lived with the parents and something like that happened and the parents not calling me and like letting me know my daughter's missing or dead or whatever it may be. At least let me know that I need to go look for her or something like that. I would be livid. If that was situations reversed. So my heart and prayers go out to the Gabby Petito family. No one deserves that. No one deserves not to know for any length of time when you could know. So on that note, guys, we got those wild weekly drops that are going to be dropping in the morning, guys. We got all sorts of stuff. Oh man, some roller delights over at Bud Pharmacy in 8th Street, guys, that are pretty fire. That's a pre-ground. There's all sorts of stuff out there, guys. The Healing Center has some good stuff going on. You gotta want to hit it up. Kush Cafe. Definitely be paying attention for those wild weekly drops tomorrow, guys. Baked and unboxed. I got them in the can as they speak. So I'm gonna try to do 7 of them. So we'll just start rolling them out every day. And that's going to be part of the giveaways too. I'm going to start to load up on pops, so you guys watch out for that. I got some very cool boxes that need to be unboxed too. So be on the lookout for those guys. Check out the dailydank.com for this kind of content and a lot more. We got a lot of stuff coming, guys. Big shout out to Teresa Deller for all her help. I saw I had a friend's request or a suggested friend, so maybe my Facebook is back up. I don't know. I'm going to go look at that right after we finish this up, guys. So I appreciate everyone. Make sure you're paying attention for those 10,000 subscribers. It's coming, guys, coming quick. All right, we appreciate everyone out there, and I'll see you next time on It's 420 Somewhere. What?